My name is Danielle Bryk. I'm a wife, a mother of 3, and for the last 15 years, I've put my career on hold to take care of my family. But now, I'm about to embark on my biggest challenge yet, balancing being a full-time mom and starting my own design firm. And I'm taking it a brick at a time. I'm on my way to meet my new clients, Will and Hailey, who I know from in and around the neighborhood. They've asked me to take a look at their daughter's bedroom. I'm bringing Billy with me because they have 2 girls who are 2 and 5, and I was hoping that he could look after them so that we could have a more focused meeting.
We have been together for 12 years, married 6 years.
Been in the house for 5 years.
And we moved into this house thinking, well, it's a nice house. We really don't have anything to do.
Except renovate it.
Yeah.
So Lily, is this your room right now?
Hey!
These little girls are so cute, Ruby and Lily.
I can turn this room into a playroom.
You want to change this room into a playroom.
In what is now Lily's room, we're looking to open that room right up so it becomes one large playroom.
Do you have special toys you like to play with?
Princesses.
Princesses! Can you think of something cool for a playroom? What would you do?
I'm not sure.
Oh boy, Billy.
Oh boy, Billy.
Luckily, the girls have taken to Billy really quickly, and so I can talk with Will and Hailey about what they want.
I want to play with Jessie. Hello. Hello. Hello.
This is actually a really cute space. So now that we know what they want, what do you guys want to do?
This is Lily's room. It's fairly small, but there is a lovely sunroom off the backyard that's not really been functional because it's not insulated, so it's either way too hot from all the windows and the light coming in or way too cold. So we only end up using that room at certain times of the year. So it's unfortunate because it is a really pretty room.
It is.
So we'd like to change it into a playroom.
Right.
And we're gonna put both girls into Ruby's bedroom to sleep.
This room was probably perfect as a nursery. It's not big, so I can understand why they would want to expand it and knock that wall down, especially because that back room is really an incredible space.
We're gonna have to gut the whole place. And while everything's open, insulate everything, preferably with spray foam, especially out in the back there. The floors have to be leveled because the whole house shifts like this. And continue the flooring from out there, the hardwood, into here, and redo the rads.
So what else are you guys thinking about doing in this room?
The one thing we might need to do in this room is replace those 3 back windows.
They have a blue tint, so we'd like to get similar ones as these ones with white.
But I do hope we can take the wall down because it is an exterior wall and should be the double brick, but it is hollow, which is weird. Actually, it looks like they have already removed the brick from this part of the wall. I just hope whatever they did, they properly supported it once they removed it.
Yeah, us too.
I think at first I was thinking it was just a little playroom. Maybe we would, paint, decorate, but this is a full-on gut. And then there may be structural as well. So I guess we just don't know what someone else did until we open up the wall. We can always support it. It's just gonna be a matter of budget. Have you guys given any thought to what you want to spend?
Well, we have, and we were thinking somewhere around 12,000.
Okay. It just depends what's under here. Like if we run into some structural, I don't know that that's gonna cut it.
We definitely want to open the wall up if we can.
Right. This is going to be one of those projects where we don't know if the budget is gonna be sufficient until we see what's behind that wall. The bedroom consists of 2 areas. The main bedroom is 9 by 9, and the sunroom is 8 by 8. Will and Hailey want to create one large open space, so I'm going to remove the wall that divides the 2 rooms. I'll gut both spaces, remove the carpet, and run hardwood floors throughout. I plan to build a window bench across the back and also add storage underneath. I'd like to create a reading area for the kids in the main area with beanbag chairs, and add an area for arts and crafts as well as a dress-up area with lots of princess dresses. I'm really curious as to what's under there.
I'm curious too.
I know, let's rip it down.
Okay, so I just get to smash stuff, yeah?
Just exploratory, don't take the framing down.
I need to smash things most of the time.
Greg, that's a stud.
Yes, it is.
Holy cow, it's totally hollow.
Totally hollow.
That's the original wood, so
There you go.
that's a good sign.
Great sign. Why is that a good sign?
The studs are original, which means that we haven't got a lot of tampering in here, which is good. I mean, because sometimes, you know, people, when they do a renovation, they can just hack through stuff and then you're kind of left cleaning up their mess. The thing in question is what's on the top of these studs, and we can't really see that.
Everything looks really great from here.
It looks like this is one joist that's pocketed into the exterior wall here and runs the entire span, which may have been enough when the house was built, but now that we're tampering with this opening, I think we need to bring it up to code, and I don't know if that cuts it. I'd love to see what's on that side, so can we do a channel in the ceiling there too? These are roof rafters from the sunroom, and they're tied into the wall studs. This is a problem. So we've kind of got two issues. As it stands right now, this single joist is fine as long as we don't touch it because it's existing. But the minute we tamper with it, we're gonna have to bring it up to code, and I just don't know if a single joist is gonna cut it. The roof rafters of the sunroom are tied into the wall studs of the wall that we want to remove, which means that once we take that out, there'll be nothing supporting it. Once we start tampering with these studs, it has to be brought up to code. And only an engineer can tell us what that would be. I'm really just not sure if Will and Hailey are going to be open to spending the extra money to reconfigure this structural opening.
So what do you want to do?
I have to show it to Will and Hailey, and then they can decide what they want to do.
My new clients, Will and Hailey, want me to convert their nursery into a dream playroom for their two daughters. In order to open up the space, they hope to remove the wall that separates the two rooms. Unfortunately, there's an issue.
Now that we're tampering with this opening, I think we need to bring it up to code.
And now I have to break the bad news to Will and Hailey.
So I think we have good news and bad news.
Okay.
The good news is this wall is not supporting your opening at all. You've got a joist that spans the entire width and it's pocketed into the brick wall over there. And my one fear is that if they now that we're kind of altering this, you know, this joist would have been to code when they built this house. So when you start tampering with it, well, you always have to bring it up to code. And also the sunroom roof rafters are tied into the wall studs of the wall that we want to remove. See, they're all tied in up there.
What does that mean in terms of?
Taking this wall down?
Yeah.
This could run you anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 at least.
It's not ideal, but I think it's worth it.
The next step is to get approved engineered drawings so that we can remove the wall. But in the meantime, we'll continue with the rest of the renovation. While we're waiting, my contractor Adrian is going to continue with the demolition of the two rooms. We're removing the old radiators and installing the plumbing for the new low-profile rad unit that we're relocating in the sunroom. Next, Adrian is correcting the sloping floors in the old bedroom. There is really a pronounced slope here in this room. You can see as he works toward the back, each of these new joists are sitting so much higher on the old existing joists. Anytime you take an old house and you kind of strip it back to the bones and really fix it up, it's a very satisfying feeling. Finally, some good news. The engineer's drawings are in, and I'm on my way to meet Adrian, my contractor. I just came from the engineers, and I've got the drawings, and it's good, because we do not need to touch this beam here. We can leave that completely undisturbed.
Okay.
But he does want you to beef up those roof rafters by sistering on some 2x6s, because those 2x4s are too narrow. And then we'll need to add a double 2x10 beam across this area where those roof rafters are joined with joist hangers. And he wants to pocket it into the brick wall on either side, and that's it.
So I'm just ready to support that roof there, and we'll get going.
That's amazing. The first thing Adrian is doing is sistering the new 2x6 wood onto the existing sunroom roof rafters. With the shoring wall up, Adrian's removing the framing of the old wall. Now that the framing is out, he's working on creating the pockets for the new beam. The pockets are ready, so Adrian is installing the new beam.
Try to push it in. Oh, baby.
Now he's connecting this beam to the roof rafters using joist hangers. The insulation is perhaps the biggest impetus for Will and Hailey to do this renovation. The space was too cold, the back room wasn't even usable for 2 seasons out of the year, so this is a huge milestone. Between the insulation and the new rad, I think the space is going to be really comfortable and cozy. Things are really moving along with this project. We are at the plastering stage, so this is great. The room is really feeling finished. This looks so bright and open.
It is
it's
bright and open.
looking
That's
really
right, yeah.
good. I love it. Actually, the window people are scheduled to come in tomorrow to replace that bank of windows. Are we okay for that?
I think so. It should be okay. But there is an issue with the floor right now.
What do you mean, an issue with the floor?
We don't have enough boxes to cover the 2 rooms.
Of this stuff that Will has salvaged from the rest of the reno?
That's right. It's not enough.
You know, budget is tight on this project. Will and Hailey have some hardwood that they would like to reuse. This wood runs throughout the house, and it needs to match. Are we able to find a match? It looks pretty common.
I went around, outsourcing things, and I found another one that's very similar.
Color-wise, it looks actually not bad.
It's very close, but when you line it up here, tongue and groove, you do have a little bit of a leakage right here.
The problem is the tongue and groove doesn't line up. No, that is not gonna work. We're gonna have to use Will's leftover hardwood. I just don't know how we're gonna do it.
With Will and Hailey approving the additional costs of removing the wall,
Try to push it in.
we've been able to address everything on their design wish list without a hitch until now.
There is an issue with the floor right now. We don't have enough boxes of the hardwood to cover the 2 rooms.
We need to find a way to reuse the hardwood that Will's been saving from a previous renovation.
How many square feet do we have of this stuff right now?
It's 18 square feet per box, and we've got here, what he has down here, 2, 4, 6, 7
7.
full boxes.
I totally understand why Will and Hailey want to use this wood. I mean, they've already bought it. It would be a shame to let it go to waste. And honestly, it's a playroom. So yes, you want it to match the rest of the house, but you know, they're not going to go through the expense of buying all new.
So 11 by 9.
So we're about 100 square feet.
We are just 100, yeah.
So 7 times 18 is 126 square feet. We may have just enough of this leftover hardwood to do this main area, but we have to be really efficient with how we lay out the wood and the pattern we're going to take. We want to minimize how much we're going to need to cut off at the end of each row, because essentially once you cut a plank of wood, it's waste. The old stuff goes to here. I think we are going to have to do a nosing piece though, like raw oak.
And then we'll transition down here with the new stuff right down here.
Let me see. I think it looks good. You will never be able to tell. I'm gonna buy a couple of the boxes of the hardwood that Adrian found and use it in the lower level. It's a really close match to what we already have for the upper level. And then I'm gonna use a piece of raw oak as nosing, which I'll custom stain, and that will really help with the transition. Hey.
Hey,
How was your day?
it's very good. How about yours?
That was good.
Yeah.
Where are the kids?
Ella is at a play date, and Billy's playing basketball, and Dempsey is either at school or boxing.
I think because I'm doing this room for 2 little girls, it's just really hitting home how much I've been maybe not around as much this year. I don't know, I just feel like I haven't spent as much time with them as I used to, you know?
You have this talent, you have this passion, and you're making it happen. You have a business. That's an unbelievable role model for them.
That makes me feel better. But I still think we should schedule something like a family night.
You want to make dinner together?
No, I want to go out for dinner because, you know, I love it when we go out.
We'll get dressed up. It'll be fun, actually.
Will and Hailey really want to change that one bank of windows at the back of the sunroom, the ones with the blue tint. The great thing about these windows is that they are awning windows, so they open only 45 degrees and they're much safer for the kids. Adrian and I are installing Will and Hailey's leftover hardwood in the main room first. We need to be extra careful because we don't have enough for waste. When we get to the end of a row, we need to trim the planks. And once the plank has been trimmed, you can't use that offcut because it's missing the groove. It's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. We're doing some extra planning.
We're almost halfway.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're halfway through the boxes.
We're being very efficient. We had just enough hardwood to finish the main level, and now Adrian's installing the new hardwood in the sunroom. I always like to add a little bit of personalization when I'm doing kids' rooms. First, I am creating a mural of the map of the world that I'm spray painting pink. I like to include maps in playrooms because I think it's really important for kids for their imagination. I actually really like how this turned out. I'm also building a window bench in the sunroom so the girls can use it as a reading area. And it will also give Will and Hailey additional storage, which you can never have too much of in a playroom. I had so much fun doing this playroom, and I really just hope that Ruby and Lily love it.
Will and Hailey asked me to convert their nursery sunroom into a playroom. But it wasn't just them I was designing for.
Do you have special toys you like to play with?
Princesses.
Even though there were a few hiccups, it was so much fun designing for their 2 little girls. And now I'm ready to unveil their new dream playroom.
Oh my God.
Oh my. That's amazing.
I don't know where to look. It is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. First impression, I love it.
Yeah.
I think it is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
It looks so nice and light and airy and bright.
I'm so glad that we could actually take that wall down because what a difference it makes.
No, you're right. And the whole idea started with removing that wall, and it's such an open space now.
And
It's a
we were
big
all
room.
so nervous about what was behind the wall and you know how much it might cost. Oh, so sweet. Look at this space.
A little dress-up
Ruby
area.
loves this.
It's great to have a dedicated area for the art that's not the dining room table because then you don't have to clean it up every time. And
It's just so perfect. I love it.
And the floors look amazing. I'm so glad we got
Yeah, they
to
do.
use the rest of that flooring.
it is always great when you can salvage something like this. Like, why waste it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Actually, that really helped us keep costs down, too.
That's always nice.
Yes, yes. This is such a pretty space back here with all these windows.
It is so pretty.
The new ones are awning windows, so it's perfect because they only open 45 degrees.
Absolutely,
And you don't have to
yeah.
worry about the girls kneeling and looking out the window or whatever.
I love the window bench.
I think it's great because in a space that is a little tight like this, to keep things as much as possible streamlined, and then it adds storage underneath.
And I hope those baskets are empty because we have a lot of stuff to fill them up with.
They are. Yes, I've left you plenty of room. This rad looks so much better too. It's so efficient.
It is. The space that used to be the sunroom was either way too hot because of all the windows or way too cold because of lack of insulation.
Yeah, by putting in the low profile rad and by foaming the whole thing, spray foaming the whole thing with insulation, it's a space that we feel like we've reclaimed from the house that we weren't really using.
Yeah.
Budget-wise, I know you guys set out wanting to spend about $12,000, and then we ran into that additional structural work with materials, labor, and the engineer's fee. So you're coming in at $13,800.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I had thought we would be pretty close to that amount, so it makes sense to me. But yeah, I'm thrilled with the work that we did.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
the girls are gonna love it.
I think I hear them now. Come on in.
What do you think?
Take a look around.
Seeing the girls come in the room is so sweet. Their faces just light up. They look like they don't even know where to start. They're just overwhelmed by all the stuff.
It's actually really rewarding to have designed a space for children because kids are so pure, they're so in the moment, and my family's kind of transitioning out of this phase and into a very different phase, and I'm just really glad that we're off to a family night. Hey,
Hey,
I was hoping we could do that family night tonight.
we can't
Why?
because we don't have any kids tonight.
Well, Where are they?
Ella is at a play date that I think is rolling into a sleepover, and Billy's out with some friends, and I think them's going to a party.
Well, that's a bummer.
How about if I take you out on a date? Just you and me, because you look great.
That's not exactly what I had in mind for family night.
Well, you gotta catch as catch can.
I don't know if I'm ready for this phase. Maybe we should have another baby.
baby.